them boosting.
So we're good to go whenever you are ready.
Alrighty. Okay. All right, well, nagari wahi ka joke was what on see us nyari. Good gazita rio you just kahawanoji and dodge it's going to star no not aruni. De tinura do garonka gari agasum yeti sota as tanka garoko dano yetin staji honzagi dano guegos cut ne ganungwe. De tinura do a guides ni ganyat der geru dano a guego oquatri o no posuma. De tinura do sawiera ne kundun hats that goes dano yeti sota gunhan there do another hats they're gonna go here that the how Yuki at again had dam dawi or on hetsera because it's tasera ne ganungwe. Dam dawi or on hetsera asat ni got dardige ganyaga haga radinyato ronata runi dano riskadewage aron hetsera dam dawi aron hetsera ne asat ni got dardige dano aguego on a goro gayana rasada go and askana dano ori hui o gari wa gori shunsura on a gazat stasina. Dam dawi kayandawana ne gani guriyo. Okay, so as you know, whenever we get together for council meeting, ceremony, anything of importance, we always have to carry out on the Gadi Wadekwa first. This is where we identify the things in creation that have created us and the things that we need to continue to sustain us. So we always begin by giving our thanks to our origins. So we give our thanks to the great spiral of creation. That when you look up into the nighttime sky, you are not looking into cold, dark, empty, lifeless space. Instead, you are looking into the living, vibrant body of our great mother, of Sky Woman herself. And so we give thanks to her, to Sky Woman, as it is she who has given us spirit. From there, we give our thanks to the beating heart of our Mother Earth, to our grandmother Moon. It's she who regulates the flow of the lifeblood in all things. And so we give thanks to her, to our Grandma Moon, as it's she who has given us blood. From there, we give our thanks to our Mother Earth, regardless of what color you are, what language you speak, where you have grown where you have grown up from our Mother Earth, or what you imagine divides us. We all come from the same mother, making us all one family, sisters, brothers, all relations together. And so we give thanks to her, to our Mother Earth, as it is she who has given us body. From there, we give our thanks to all the women, from the newest born baby girl to the eldest grandmother, as they carry the sacred title of life giver into the world and are to be honored and respected as such. We give thanks to them, the life givers in all strains of life, not just of humans. Again, when we're talking, when humans are talking, we tend to think that, or we limit our perceptions of the world to us. So when we're talking about life givers in most languages, for most people on earth, if they're talking about life givers or women, they're talking solely about humans. But this isn't the way that it is for us. We identify the life givers within all strains of life, all things, the life givers, the mothers of worms, the mothers of birds, the mothers of elephants, mothers of all things, the tiny little bugs floating in the air, microbial life forms that we're breathing in, that we're drinking every day. There are mothers to those things in order to perpetuate them. And so we give thanks to those things on every level, on the mothers on every level, because it is their power that perpetuates, that keeps life rejuvenating, constantly renewing itself. And so we give thanks to them, for in this world, they give us purpose and direction. And that's to remind us that regardless of what you are, if you are a wolf, if you're a bear, or you're a turtle, no matter what you are, if you're a fish, you're a bird, it's the mothers that teach everything how to be. And so this is the most important role in all of creation. And so we give our thanks to our ancestors who carried a good mind, and we ask them to help us to return our mothers back to their natural seat of authority within all our nations so they can manage all our people properly once again. We ask, oh, did I mention that we gave our thanks to all the waters, all the medicines? We ask our ancestors to help us to return every wampum within the great law of peace back to the hearts and minds of the people. And this is even if you can say that you don't know what the great law of peace is, that you've never been exposed to it. Well, everybody knows what law is, everybody knows what peace is, and everybody knows what great means. So this means what everybody on earth is longing for, but is eluding everyone, is to have a peace established amongst people where there is no fighting, where there is no stupidity of male dominance that prevents the people from discussing and concluding in a proper common sense way about on any issue, as opposed to in the non-native world where it is just stupidity and male dominance, and the only solution is to war or to fight. And so we ask our ancestors to help us, to show us how to return this back to within all of our nations, to return the great law of peace, every wampum to the hearts and minds, to return peace, power, and righteousness, the true spirit of the three universal clans of the turtle, wolf, and bear. What else did I leave out? What else did I say in there? That's pretty much it. As you know, as with everything, if there's anything left out, then this is for you to put it in its proper place. And this means quite simply to remember. So I left out a lot of things. You know, I left out what's one of the things. Hang on a minute. I'll show you one of the things that we left out. We left out that. So you just think, I left out a lot of things, and whatever it is that is in your heart and mind that that resonates with you, that is your connection to creation, then you remember that. And the next time that when you are doing the Ohondaga Wadakwa, then you put those things in there, those words or those things that you identify that other people will not. And this will expand our collective knowledge, our collective consciousness of things. Okay, so the last time we were here, well, last week we weren't here. There was a issue. So we left off 2 weeks ago. We were still talking about what the ceremonies were in the longhouse. So we're just going to continue from there. All we got to do is just. Oh, and we might as well discuss this right now, or talk about this right now. We were, Guayagerdo, I don't know how you feel about this, and everybody, this is for all of us. Summertime, a lot of work, gardening. We were thinking about over the summertime to have the Kanienkeha class just for an hour from 7 to 8. I don't know how you feel about that, if that's okay for you, Guayagerdo. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's yeah, go ahead. It's up to you.
It's only because of the garden. I mean, all the work that's got to be done, and it's just we're tired at the end of the day. You know, usually the weekends is the only time that people get to, or most time that people get to work in the garden. So let's see. We'll think about that. We'll ponder that. Anyways, okay, where are we then? What's the
There you go.
Bears with their back to the west. Okay. Let me see now. We'll try to remember, so help me out if I'm repeating stuff. just remind me. Okay, so did we already say that in the Longhouse we are matrilineal, that we follow our mother's line? Okay, let's put that. We follow our mother's line. This means you are what your mother is. If your mother is a wolf, you are a wolf. If your mother is Kanienkeha, you are Kanienkeha. This is the natural order of creation.
Okay, we cannot go further for now.
Well, the hemp unity agenda is going good. We got in 200 pounds more seeds. Obviously, it's not going to be for planting this year, but it's to be given out throughout the year and to be prepared for next year. So, and everybody can be inquiring or asking or pushing for people to be planting for next season. So we'll have enough for next season also. Not just with the new stuff, the new seeds that we got, but what the seeds that with the plants that we're going to harvest. Hopefully, we'll be able to just keep exponentializing the seeds.
Okay, agon ganusesne de wasere, yukitni staha, agonagerasera.
Ganusesne de wasere yunki nistaa agonagerasera.
Yeah.
Ganasesne de wasere yonkinista a agonagerasera.
Marie-Claude?
Desne te wasere yunkinista a agonagerasera.
Agona.
Marc?
Ganusesne te wasere yunkinestana aguna gerasera.
Eve? It's your first time. I don't know if you want to try.
I'll help you.
Oh, I'm not sure she's there. Okay, yes. You're muted.
Ev, I'll help you. So it's ganusesne.
Okay, I don't see the, oh, okay.
Ganusesne.
Okay. Ganon sesne,
De wasere,
te wagzere,
yukitni staha,
id kunistaha,
agonagerasera.
agona gerasera.
Right on. That's really good.
Thank you.
No.
Ganosesne te wasere yonkinistan a agonagerasera. Teyotwetnuni. So the order for today is, as usual, Longhouse and Edith, Marie-Claude, Marc, Eve, then me. So,
What do we have written so far in English?
This means you are what your mother is. If your mother is a wolf, you're a wolf. But then again, I cannot go down because Miguel is not able to see that and he's working on this one. If your mother is a Kanienkeha, you are a Kanienkeha. So this is our
This is something.
this is something.
Really quite something.
Oh, you are being fast today. Why again? Holy macaroni.
Must be the sun. Lots of power today.
Okay. Giga Gondon. Tiniago Taro de Zatnistaha. Da Yagotahioni. Ize Zatahioni.
Okay, let's break up the Zini, Zini.
Uni.
Put it between the two eyes. Zini.
Darodan. Sorry.
Mark, you are unmuted. We're hearing you.
Sorry, I'm reading it.
Yao. Between the O and the T.
Yeah.
Zini Yao Daroda.
Yago Taroda. Put a K there.
Yago.
Okay.
Zanista da Yagota.
Hioni. Da Yagota. Hioni. Yeah, da Yagota Hioni. Ize Zata Hioni.
Is there an I missing on the end of that? Is that Tahiyuni?
No. Yeah.
Put the break is that Tahiyuni, the same as the other one.
Oh, I had it on there. Edith must have forgot it, so it's no big deal.
Okay, Giga Gonda Gandu Zini Yago Daroda Sanista da Yagota Yuni Ize Zata Yuni.
Okay, just give me a second because if I don't do it now. Oh, okay. Giga Gando Tiniago Daroda Sanista da Yagota Yuni Isse Sata Yuni.
Gigan gantu zini yagoda roda zanistan a da yagoda hyuni ize sada hyuni.
Giga Gandu Zini Yago Daroda Sadista'a da Yagota Hiuni Ize Sata Hiuni.
Maybe I will need a little help. Just
Okay.
word.
Giga
Giga,
Gandu
Ganton,
Jiniago
Siniago,
Daroda
Tarotan,
Zanista
Sanistana,
da
Da,
Yagotahioni
Yagota Ioni,
Ize
Ise,
Zatahioni.
Zata Ioni.
You're almost close to being excellent.
Thank you.
Janet?
There you go. Giga Ganto Gini Yago Daroda Zanista da ya to Yagota Hioni Ise Sata Hioni.
Elsa, you just arrived. I don't know if you, Wayagiru can repeat it for you if you're ready.
Giga, okay, Elsa Giga Gandu Jiniago Daroda Zanista da Yagotahioni Ize Zatahioni.
Gigangantu Siniago Daroda Sanistena Tayagota Hioni Ise ise satahioni.
Good.
Giganganto, Siniyago Daroda, Sanistaa da Yogationi, Hise Satahioni. Teotwetnuni. So Janet, you're just after Ev, and Elsa, you're after Janet. So
Okay, what's next?
If your mother is Ganyangahaga,
Okay.
and now we can write.
This is the natural order of creation. Follow our mother's line.
Okay.
Hey, somebody messaged, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, that there was a baby deer in front of our place here, running across the road or something. Somebody seen it. Maybe about 30 years ago, almost, yeah, maybe 25 years ago. We were having a council on a Saturday afternoon, maybe about 2 in the afternoon, nice sunny day. And we're all sitting out front, and a deer just casually strolls by out of the backyard, stops, looks at us, just chewing. It was eating something, and we're all looking, and it just continued strolling across the road. Like, didn't even pay any, like, didn't concern it that we were all there. And one time I was walking my two Akitas, taking them into the quarry. This was a little bit more than 30 years ago. And the fence, as soon as you walk in on the left-hand side, there was a deer there. And it tried, I guess we scared it. It tried jumping, but it hit into the fence. Is you know that it's like 9-wire. It's got those big squares, that fence. It was about 7 feet tall. Anyways, it jumped and it hit into that, and it went the other way. But that's a few times that I seen deer here.
Okay, da yenyo gehaga za nistoha ize zanyo gehaga sa oyera tonika weyenoda ayesere istaa agonagerasera.
Okay, the first one, da, ye. Put one there between the E and the N. Yeah, and Yangehaga. Yeah, put one between the E and the H too in that. Yangehaga. So we start is
Zanyo gehaga, SA, put it there.
yeah. Do it the same way as the other one.
Essay. Okay.
Yo,
Yange, yeah.
Oh.
yeah, zanyo gehaga, and sa oyera is okay. Tonika.
Donigahawi. What is that?
How do you, can you pronounce that whole word?
Tonika weyenoda.
between the E and the N, weye.
Between the R and the K. Tony. Take that next one out. Hawaiian. Go in.
At the E and the N.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Gawaye Noda.
on.
Is that the order of creation?
Huh?
That word stands for order of creation?
Yeah.
And Agona. Get off. We don't have to break that. Get off. Okay.
I'll read it again. Da Yenyokehaga Zatnistoha Ises Anyokehaga. Sauyera Tony Gawaye Noda Ayesere Istaa Agonagerasera.
Da ye nyangehaga zanistaa ize zanyangehaga sawyera Tony gawaye noda ayesere istaa agonegarasera.
Ta yeni yenyangahaga sanista isse sanyangahaga sauyera donigawaya noda ayesere ista agonagarasera.
Ta yenyangehaga zanistaa ise sanyangehaga saoyera toni gaweye noda ayesere istaa agonagerasera.
Da Nyange Haga Sanistaa Ize Sanyange Haga Sawyera Toni Gawaye Noda Yesere Istaa Agua Skerasera.
Are you next, Eve? Ed?
Oui, yes.
We? Okay. Da Yenyokehaga
Da ye nyegehaga.
Zatnistoha
Zanistaha.
Ise
Ize.
Zanyokehaga
Zanyogehaga.
Saoyera
Saoyera.
Tonika
Tonika.
Weyenoda
Weyenoden.
Ayesere
Ayesere.
Istaa
Istaa.
Agonagerasera.
Agoyagerasera.
Très bien, mademoiselle.
Merci.
All right. This is hard. Taye Nyankehaga Sanistaa Ise Sa Nyankehaga Saoyera Tony Gaweni Noda Ayesera Istaa Agona Garasera.
Okay.
Taye nyonge taye I'm doing it. Taye nyonge aga sanistana ise sanyonge aga saoyera Tony kawaye nota ayesere Istana Ako Gerasera. Akona Gerasera.
Yeah, that's right. Agonagerasera.
Ta Yenyangehaga Sanistaa Ise Sanyangehaga Sauyera Doniga Weye Noda Ayesere Istaa Agonagerasera. Teotwetnuni.
Just to expand or just to address something, for the sake of not just Ev, but everybody that's with us as a reminder, when you think of in any language, you think of the life force that flows between all things, the life force that keeps everything alive. Okay, now in any language, you're going to have to think of a paragraph, a sentence, the life force that flows between all things. Well, you think of having a way of how to identify that. You have a terminology for it. Instead of having to take a minute, or how long does it take to say this? The life force that flows between all things. What is that? 3 seconds? Well, it takes 3 seconds to say that. And sometimes that could be, a person could get lost in that, in identifying that. So when you consider that you could have something that takes 10 words to say something, or else you have a single word to identify that. And this is where the terminology of Saoyerda comes in. Saoyerda. Now, this is, of course, the first time that you hear it, Saoyerda, it's not really gonna sink in too much. You're gonna have to say it a bunch of times, Saoyerda, and then each time you say that, in your mind, of course, to understand it, you're gonna have to link it directly to the life force that flows between all things. But now you have a name for it. There's an identification of that thing. And where it's not just your word that you make up and you got to teach to other people, it's here that all the people know of this one word, this one terminology of to identify that thing that links all of us, that power that is the source behind all of our lives. So Saoyerda, this is one simple word referencing a sentence or a paragraph, or even a whole book. It could be chapters of explanation as to what Saoyerda actually is. So in one word, it encapsulates meanings, understandings, concepts in that one word. And so when there is a one word reference, a terminology for such things, and you have one word for it to shorten it, this is the kind of things that make a people smarter, that makes a people evolve. For instance, like say in the English, well, you don't have a word for that. You have to say the life force that flows between all things. It's good, it's a good descriptive sentence, but like we said, one simple word to encapsulate all of that and even more, this makes the people smarter. It gets you on the level of eventually where you're almost mind reading each other, where you're completing each other's sentences, where almost like if you were to say a sentence with 10 words, all you'd have to say is one word and the other person would understand the whole 10 words. So a simple concept here, such as Saoyerda. This is the natural life force, the spirit, the energy, the power that flows between all things. So yeah, just that little side note there. Okay, what do we?
That's the last part.
Okay, wait, let me read that then. If your mother is gonna get on, you are gonna go the natural order of creation to follow our mother's line. Okay, we're gonna throw out some small things there within the world of the Longhouse. So let's say okay, we won't keep saying within the Longhouse. So it's just understood that you're talking everything about within the Longhouse. Everything moves in a counterclockwise direction. All of our songs and dances would be the proper terminology. Go in that way. All of our songs and dances move in that direction. And this is important to know that when you are born and raised in a certain way of that knowing that everything is done counterclockwise, here there's a simple reference that I'm sure just flew over everybody's heads, that all of our songs and dances are in a counterclockwise direction. Now, what flew over your head there is songs, because you think dances, that's the only thing that's in motion. You're dancing in a counterclockwise direction. No, what actually happens for the singers, they're singing in a counterclockwise direction, because songs are a form of communication that have derived out of our expression of love for our mother, for our creation. And that is cyclical also, as you know, that on the turtle's back, that this is the origins of all songs, that it was Taronyawago and Sawiskara that sings all songs, that sang the original song that all other songs stem from. And so you know that they sang that song in the motion, the physical motion that they were living, which they were understanding living by. So to hear that our songs and dances are counterclockwise, you might limit yourself to thinking that it's the dance that's counterclockwise. It's not just the dance, it's the song also. When I am singing, it is going this way in my head. Okay, so what do John,
Sonne. It's not he. Sonne.
son.
Take the H out. Eat it. Put a N there. Senne guardia.
So it should be there.
Put a no in between the two ends.
Senne guardi. T-I. It's in the guardia.
So
It could be either or, E or I, but we'll go with the I.
Aguego Ungweron.
Uguarona sua. Uguarona sua.
Ungweron. Put the break after the NA.
I think you're a winner.
Ungweron Suma.
No.
Yeah, leave it like that. Ganunya.
Yeah.
Tornio di.
Tonio di, wait, Tonio, okay, Tonio, take the T-I away and put the T back between the O and the I.
Like in which side?
Between, right there, right, the Tonio Gerardo, yeah. Ganunya Tonio Gerardo.
Okay. Aguego Wadoyanaros John Neguadi Aguego Ungwerana Sua Dano Ganunya Tonio Gerardo.
Yeah, Tonio Gerardo.
Is it smaller letters?
No,
Seems like it's harder for me to see from here.
I can make it a little bit larger.
Feels like that TV is burning my eye out or something.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Aguego Wadoyanero Sanewadi Aguego Onwarana Sua Dano Ganunya Tonio Gerardo.
Aguego Wadoyanerus Zaneguati Aguego Ongwaranasua Dano Ganunya to niyo gerado.
Aguego, Guado Llaneros, Sa Neguadi, Aguego, Guaranasua, Danu, Canunia, Tonio Gerado.
Okay. Ev, are you next?
Oui,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Aguego,
Aguegon,
Wadoyanerus,
Wadoyaneron,
Tsaneguadi,
Tsaneguadi,
Aguego,
Aguegon,
Uguarana Sua,
Onguerana son a,
Dano,
Tano,
Ganunya,
Ganonia,
Tonio Gerado.
Tonio Geraton.
You're really good. Ev.
Merci.
Yeah. You have a good ear for the language.
Thanks.
Aguego, Guado Llaneros, Za Neguadi, Aguego, Unquaranasua,
Yeah.
Dano, Canunia, Tonio Gerado.
Okay, good.
Aguego, Guatoyeranus, Zaoneguati, Aguego, Uguaranasua, Tanu, Canonia, Donio, Gerardo.
Okay, good. That was good.
Aguego, Watuyaneros, Zaneguadi, Aguego, Onguaranasua, Tano, Ganonia, Tonio Gerado. Teyo Twetnuni.
Okay, this just made me realize or think of something. We don't ever really talk about this, discuss it. It's just something that happens in ceremony. This is something that I've always known, been aware of, but never spoke about. We never spoke about this in the past, ever. I can't remember ever speaking of it in my life. So here, it just made me think of, and this is what we're going to add on to this statement now. This is how the 7 dancers were able to rise to the next level. Because it's not just something here in this dimension, it is first in the dimension of the brain. And the brain, even though it is individual, in your experience, you're experiencing it as individual. But the reality is the human brain is a collective consciousness. And so the individual working within that reality in their brain of the motion of creation, the motion of DNA, then that is that person working on the collective level of the actual motions. It's like if you were in a pool that was spinning around like a whirlpool, you know, and if you were just say a solid object staying in one place, unmoved by it, or if you were moving with the whole mix. If you're moving with the whole mix, you're more with the motion. But if you're standing against, you're just standing there like a rock in the water, then this is a clash between 2 powers. But if you're moving with it, then you're moving with the power. You're being the power. So this is the reason why singing songs of thanks to creation is really of the highest form of spirituality. It puts the person in that place where they need to be, but if the person doesn't have the proper background, proper teachings, they'll be singing their song backwards.
Okay. Go niji zada de yudino nyakwa undu ungo taharata de oya zijote.
I got a little issue. Can you say that Deo Tinunyakwa again?
Deo Dinunyakwa, just like that. Deo Dinunyakwa.
Deo D?
Deo D, yeah. Okay, did I leave an I out?
Okay. And I knew there was something there.
Yeah, I left it out.
Okay.
Deo Dinunyakwa.
Kaniti Dada Deo Tinunyakwa on Ondo?
Yeah.
Ogun Haradade? Oya Sijot.
Oya Jijotte.
Sijot. Okay, between the two T's. Sijotte. Yeah.
Okay, instead of putting Oya, take it right out and put Zaha. Eat it.
TS.
Senha. Zaha. Zaha Jijotte. Yeah. It's a better word.
Okay. Garnitsi Zada Teyodinonyakwa Ondo Onkon Harada de Sanha Sijote.
Good.
Ganitsi zata teodinunyakwa onto ongontarata de zanha zijote.
Yeah.
Kahnitsi, Zata, Deoti Nunyagua, Undu, Unkunharadate, Saa, Sitiote.
Okay, good.
I'm ready.
Okay, Ev.
Mhm.
Gahniji.
Konnichi,
Zada.
Zata,
Deodinunyakwa.
to, ooh la la, oh, again.
Deodinunyakwa.
Deo Dionyagua.
Deodinunyakwa.
Then, okay. Deno, oh, again, sorry.
I'll just say that just follow me. Deodi
Deo Di,
Nunyakwa.
Nunyakwa.
Okay, Undu
Ontom,
Ugut
Ongot,
Haradate
Aratate,
Zaha
Zaha,
Jijotte.
Tichote.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nichi, Zata, Deoti, Nunyakwa, Undu, Unguntaratade, Zenha, Jinyote,
Jijotte.
Jijote. Nyawe.
Yo.
Konnichi, Zata, Deoti Nunyagua, Utu Ugontaratade, Sanachijote.
Good.
Ganitsi Tsata Toyotinunyakwa Onto Ongontaratate Sanha Titiote. Teyototnuni.
Okay.
Okay, just to touch on this a minute. Like I said, I never discussed this. I've never heard anyone discuss this ever in the Longhouse. But this is an undeniable thing. It's something that is always there in my head when I'm singing. It's not something that I have to think about. I don't have to like kickstart my brain to start singing the song in a counterclockwise direction. It's something that naturally occurs. So this is something that is very important to examine. It's something that is not identified anywhere else in the world, that there is internally, of course, you have in your central point of consciousness that determines whatever, you wanna go swimming. So it's determined in your central point of consciousness. And this has to resonate throughout your body. It's a communication from your central point of consciousness with every cell in your body. This is what we're going to do now. Otherwise, if it's not communicated internally to have that communication and cooperation between body and spirit, then your body would not do nothing. You wouldn't go swimming. So the first step is to have the thought in accordance with the council process, so that that thought can properly resonate into the body. And then once it's in the body, resonated, like the program is there, set in every cell, then it can externalize this two-tiered system of first thought and then resonance in the body, then externalizes. So this here is a important process that we can extrapolate into and from on the cellular level, from the turtle, wolf, and bear level, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Then we can start to see how these things are put together, how we came from one dimension into two, into the multidimensionalism that we are existing in now. And to remind ourselves that as a being living in this multidimensional world, we must be multidimensional in order to ensure that all of our actions are in a balance, that all of our actions are in law. And so within the Longhouse, all the people are taught law from the day they are born.
Are taught in law?
Are taught law. Taught of law. Yeah, in English, it might be better to write taught of law. Taught law. Taught of law. Of law.
Stuart, is it tonight that we finish at 8 or it's for next Saturday? Because it's almost 8 already.
I don't know. Thinking about that now, I think it's going to be impossible to break it down to 1 hour, because it won't even give us time for everybody to say the words, you know, like everybody to repeat words. I think it was wishful thinking that we give ourselves time to rest.
Okay.
But let's keep this in mind. For you also, Wayagera,
Yeah.
that throughout the summer, if there is, like, we know ceremonies, gardening, all of this, if throughout the summer at any time, if we are too tired, you know, on any given Saturday, then we'll say, well, tonight we're gonna conclude in an hour's time. We're gonna break it down to an hour.
Okay.
But for tonight, we won't do that, because it's just the first time that we're even talking about this, introducing it. So for the future, for the minutes, the days yet beneath the earth. It keeps us in balance.
Okay, Galusesne Naguadi. Aguego Ongue, Yunda de Hunyani. Gayanarasela. Nona. Oya ganagarate.
Yundaderi. Yunyani,
Yudaderi unyani. They're between the two ends.
but nyani, then there's an I missing at the end too?
Nyani, yeah. Yudaderi unyani.
Yundaderi, dead.
Sorry about that. Was not my intention.
Yundaderi.
Unyani.
Conocese neguadi aguego ungue yundaderi. Okay, there it is. Yun
There?
between the N and the T. Oh, yundaderi. Take that next one out. Yeah. Daderi. Nyani. Yun.
Yeah, and then to put another I before the last, put another N next to the last N. Yeah, yudaderi hunyani.
Yun daderi nyani.
Wait.
Okay,
put it
between
here?
those two ends, put the glottal. The two dots.
Oh, okay.
Okay, conocesne naguadi aguego ungue yundaderi hunyani gayanarasera nona anye gana garade.
Oyagena, I would break it there. Oyagena. Gerade.
Okay, Gerda, between the A and the T. Anye gane gara.
Oyagena gerade.
Anye gena. Okay, you know what? Gena gara, take the one, take it off in between. No, not there.
Where? Here? This one?
Ganagera. 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 Ah, Ganagera. It's a tongue twister because I'm used to it being the other way. Ganegera. Nona Enya Ganagera. Gana.
No, I was good there, and we should take the last one. Now.
Yeah. Put it back. Gerade. Anya Gana. Gerade. Anya Gana Gerade.
Canasesne, Nawadi, Abuego, Unwe, Yundaderi Hunyani, Gayanerasera, Nonna, Anya Gana Garade.
Ganonsesne, Neguadi, Aguego, Ongue, Yondaderi Hunyani, Gayanerasera, Nona, Anya Gena Gerade.
Ganusesne, Neguadi, Aguego, Ungue, Yundaderi Hunyani, Gayanarasera, Nuna, Enya, Gana Gerade.
Okay.
Ready.
Is Eve next?
Yes.
Okay. Ganusesne,
Ganosesne,
Neguadi,
Neguadi,
Aguego,
Aguegon,
Ogue,
Ungue,
Yundaderi,
Yundaderi,
Hunyani,
Onyani,
Gayanarasera,
Gayanerasera,
Nona,
Nona,
Oyagenagerade.
Anya Gena Gerate.
Okay, good.
Ganonsesne, Negwadi Ogwego Ungwe Yun Taderi Hun Yani Gayana Lasera Nona Enya Gena Gerade
Yeah.
Gena Gerade.
Mhm.
Yanusesne Negwari Agwegu Ungwe Yuteteriu Nyani Yuteteri Nyani Ganera Sera Nona Enya Kena Nona Enya Gana Gerate.
Yeah. Oyagenagarate.
Ganusesne, Neguadi, Aguego, Ungwe, Yontaterioniani, Gayanerasera, Nona, Onyangenagerate. Teyotuetnuni.
Okay, wait a minute, right there. Let's work on that word, anyange. Take that first one out, put it after the KE. Take out the next one, the nagarate. There, anyange nagarate. There we go, that's the one right there. Anyange nagarate.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but we have to do something there. That says from the day they are born. It's gotta be from the day we are born.
Okay.
But you know what? Let's keep it there. Let's put it like a slash, we, they. So we can have the two references there.
Okay. Then if it's we, yun, it's just yun, ION.
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy the whole word, this.
Okay. Okay,
So-
the word is Yunguanagerado, ION. KWA. Yung KWA space, yeah. Nagera. And then instead of TE, put Dun, Yunguanagerado.
And then put a slash there so that it's understood.
Okay.
Okay,
Yunguanagerado.
from the day we are born. Okay.
You just want to say that one word?
Oh, okay. Which one?
Yunguanagerado.
This one.
Yongwa Nagarado.
Yunguanagerado.
Yunguanagerado.
Yungwa Nageradu.
Yongwa Negareradon.
Okay.
Yungwa Nakeradu.
Yogwana Geradu.
Yonguanagerado. Teyotuetnuni.
Every person is taught to respect the other and police themselves. Let's work on another one. According to law, there are 13 regularly scheduled ceremonies. That must be carried out. Upholding law, another phrase.
Okay, hang on.
Keeps us in balance with all of creation.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to wait for this.
Okay.
Okay, Fuego Ungwe, Yundaderi Hunyani, Ayundat Gwenyeste, Dano, Ayundade Niguraro. That last word, Ayundade, Ayun, then Dade Ni, Ayundade Ni, and then Guraro. That should be good.
Keep it
I
all
and
until the denigu. Yeah, ayun the denigu. Yeah. Okay. Aguego ongwe yunda deri yunyen.
Man. Hang on. There you go.
Aguego ongwe yunda deri yunyani.
yeah, Yundaderi Hunyani.
Yunda deri yunda deri. Okay, that's
Between the two ends.
put a yunda deri between the I and the H. Take out that one in front. Yunda deri hunyani. Yeah, like he said, between the two ends. Nyani. Okay. Aguegu ungwe yunda deri hunyani. Ayun dagwenyaste. Ayun dagwenyaste.
Ayundat at the T and the K.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Ayun dat gwenyaste. Gwenyaste, right?
Mhm.
Okay, take out that next one. Between the S and the T. Ayun dat Gwenius. It doesn't look right. Gweniaste. Okay, take out that one between the S and the T. Gweniaste. Ayun dat Gweniaste. Ayun dat Gweniaste, Dano ayun dat Denigunrara.
Yeah, Ayundat Niguraro.
Ayun da Deni. And take out the next one. Ayun da Denigunrara.
Aguego unwe yundat deri hunyani ayuntat weneste dano ayuntat deni kunrara.
Agueco ungue yondateri hunyani ayondat quenieste dano ayondateni conraro.
Aguengu ungwe yundaderi hunyani ayundad gwenieste danu ayundadeni guraro.
Okay, Eve Aguego,
Aguego,
Ugwe,
ugwe,
Yundade,
yutate,
Rihunyani,
riyunani,
Ayundat Gwenyeste,
ayudagüeñeste,
Dano,
danon,
Ayundade Ni,
ayud,
Ayundade Ni,
ayudateni,
Guraro.
gurara.
Oh, good.
Aguego unque yundateri hunyani ayundat gwenieste danu ayundateni Kunradan.
Okay, good.
Agwego, ungwe yuntateri unyani. Ayuntat kweniste. Nanum auntateni gorano.
Mhm.
Agwego ungwe yuntat teri honyani ayuntat gwenyeste dano ayuntat deni gunraro. Tayo twet nuni.
Okay, everyone knows.
Hang on, we already have another one.
Oh, we do?
One or
Okay,
two.
sorry. Oh, yeah, okay.
Everyone knows.
Okay.
A simple stick on the door.
You already said that.
Oh, we did?
I think so.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, all right, never mind that. Okay, let's see another one that everyone knows. Everyone knows what? Oh,
Oh,
that we are to bury our dead within the same day before the sun goes down.
that's it. We cannot write anymore.
Are dead, not death.
Oh. Bringing it up way again.
And you said the same day.
Okay.
We'll see it later.
Ba-dum. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum. Is it getting chilly?
Yeah.
Chilly enough to close the door?
Yeah.
The door is closed.
Okay, Guyana Rasirago, Asun Yaware, Waderihwa de Jadu, Onakji, and Waderihwa de Jadu. Okay, Onakji, take that whole word out, Waderihwa de Jadu. And then it'll be Onya, E-N, I-A, apostrophe, Onya, O, just the O apostrophe, Onya, O, H-E-T-S, T-O-N, Onya, O, Hetsto, be carried out. Kaya Sarago Asi Aware, Waderi Wata Jadu, Onakji, on your headsto. Okay.
Okay, the second line, Waderi what the jadu?
Mhm.
Waderi what day? Waderi what the jadu? Onekti anye o hetstu.
Okay, that word on your headsto, we'll put on I-O, take the A out.
Like that?
Yeah, on yo. We'll put the O with the I
Yeah,
on your headsto, yeah. Together, the E-N-I-O, on yo.
you don't need that break.
Okay.
Okay, Kayana Rasarago, Asa Yaware, Waderi Wade Jadu, Onekti on your headstone.
Gayanera Serago, Asa Yaware, Waderi Wadejado, Onyxi, and your headstone.
Gayanera Serago, Aso, Yaware, Waderi Wadejato, Onyxi, on your headstone.
Rayanera Zerago, Asa Yaware, Waderi Wadejado, Onegzi, Yan Anu Headstu.
Okay, Eve, Gayanera Serago,
Gayanera Seyagon,
Asan,
Asan,
Yaware,
Yaware,
Waderi Wadejado,
Waderi Wadediadon,
Onekti,
Onexti,
Oyo Headstone.
Oyo Headstone.
Okay, très bien, mademoiselle.
Merci.
Gayanara Sarago, Asa Yaware, Waderi Wade Jadu, Onechi, on your headstone.
Gayanera Seragu, Asa Yawane, Wateri Watejadu, Onexi, on your headstone.
Good.
Gayanera Serago, Asa, Yaware, Wadiri, Watechato, Onexi, on your headstone. Yotwet Nuni.
It sounded funny. It sounded like you were speeded up when you said, what did you do? It sounded like it was a speeded up recording.
We don't know if it was.
I make song when I learn a language. There's song in my head, so you heard the same.
Okay, can you go back up there in a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody want to try to break down, describe the number that's referenced there? Anybody other than Wayagerdu?
Asa Yawari is 13.
Okay, can you break it down?
Asa means 3, and Yawari is the 10 or the teen part.
Yeah. So Aska Degani Asa, that's 1, 2, 3. This is something easy that everybody should learn because that's something that everybody says constantly. 1, 2, 3, go, you know. Aska Degani Asa was. Aska Degani Asa. So Asa, like Janet just said, is 3. And when later on we get into bigger numbers, you'll see that it's only the teens and the 20s that are different from all the others. All the others are grouped all together, but the teens right here, like as you see, it's Yawana, and then the 20s are Dawasa. So, but other than that, all the other numbers are all carry the same reference, the same.
Actually, it means 3 over 10.
Like 3 plus 10?
3 over 10.
3 over.
Yeah, plus, but Yawara, it means it went over. It's like something was full and it went over 3. A glass. It was a glass of water. It would say Asun Yawara, Ndawara, that it went over by 3.
Okay, here, there's something important here, just to have a little side discussion about the numbers. To hear that there are 13 ceremonies within the year, 13 regularly scheduled ceremonies. Okay, this is easy to hear, but then you draw the parallels. What else within the year has 13? This is how we correlate the ceremonies to the moons. As you know, the moon are depicted within the turtle's back, or they resonate from the turtle's back. So each square on the turtle's back, it represents each moon, and within each moon there is a very specific thing, like a growth rate to you. We know that there are 9 moons to the gestation process. And then as everybody knows, or you should know by now, that there are 4 sacred ceremonies. And these 4 sacred ceremonies are grouped first in the first 3. This is identified the 3 phases of creation. Just like if we got, as we exemplify all the time, we got a thought of snapping our fingers. There's 3 phases to that. There's the thought in our mind, and then there's the it has to travel to communicate this, to build the communication network, and then the end result. So this is the 3 phases to creation. But then the 4th sacred ceremony is if snapping your fingers was a baby, well, then the baby in this world then has to live in balance. So then the 4th sacred ceremony is creating the balance, the Gayandawana, for that baby to walk in. So numbers here are very crucial. Let's break it down. We know 13 squares upon a turtle's back. We know 9 moons of the gestation process of the human being. And then after those 9 moons, then there's the 4 sacred ceremonies. That brings us to the 13 ceremonies. So we see within creation that there is the cyclical motions of the larger body, but yet each one of those groupings are governed within that 13 grouping, or governed within the 3, that the 3 is at the center of each of those 13. So anyways, as you go on, as your knowledge of law, Gayana Rasara Goa, expands, then this is where through the different confederacies upon the land, that different knowledges were able to rise within this nation, that nation, and that through the confederacies in sharing in the peaceful way of knowledge, information, then this is where you start to see collective consciousness, where it is not what we are limited to believing today, that you as an individual have your consciousness. No, it is known and understood by the powers that be in this world that our minds are subject to a collective consciousness. So what's actually happening in this world right now, that there's powers that be that are actually draining you of your energy of collective consciousness, limiting you into just an individual. And just the individual views themselves as just an individual that can only do what an individual can do. So therefore looks at then issues in the world or problems in the world as being too big for the individual to even begin to address. So this is how they have rendered the world population basically useless, by taking away your knowledge of collective consciousness and them tapping into that. It's like they have taken away your knowledge, like on, let's say on your vehicle, that there's a gas tank filler cap, that they take away your knowledge of it, so you're not aware of it. So now they can drain your gas out of your vehicle. This is what they are doing to everybody, draining your individual power that is part and parcel that you add to the collective consciousness. So each of us are prevented from making ourselves stronger because we think making ourselves stronger is just ourselves. No, making ourselves stronger is making the collective stronger. But if you are not aware of collective consciousness, if you're not aware of the 13 cycles, and basically that's your route to understanding and your doorway into house, then if you're not aware of these things, then well, it's just the state of the world then. The way things are, where everybody's just a bunch of like zombies, where nobody has knowledge of anything or solution for anything. So we can see then that as to the reasons why colonialism, went around the world destroying languages to have it where humans no longer speak human languages, languages that have evolved out of the environment over the millennia, not a language that was just created like in over a short span of time, where all natural languages are not something that was created overnight. All natural languages like Kanienkeha, this evolved out of creation. So there is no, you can't say that, oh, language is, let's say humans have been around for, some people will say 70,000 years. No, language didn't start when humans started. Language started way before that. It was the first resonance, the first sound, the vibration between the first two when the first cell was split, and that like thunder. This is where our language began. This is where the understanding of creation, how it sets in the mind and the heart of the person, how it resonates in them. So very important here to not just, not to just skim over the things that we're talking about. There is deep meaning in each and everything that is identified within the longhouse. So if in the longhouse you hear the number 13, if you hear the number 3, if you hear the number 5, these are not just numbers that exist in the catalog of numbers that happen to come up at any given time. These are numbers that are rooted within the structure of our physical reality, the physical structure of creation. So these numbers are very important and are to be considered much more deeply than to just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why, as Gerda pointed out, that in English, 13, or I don't know how is it in French, 30, what does that mean?
That 30.
Does 30 mean 3 more than 10?
No.
Okay, 3 above 10?
The German is the only language that does that.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Ah. See, and there's certain understandings that certain languages have. When you look at the Germans, well, they're about precision, precision engineering. And for precision engineering, you need to have those deeper understandings of the mechanics of creation. Anyways, there we can see that, again, the Kanienkeha class isn't just to be here talking Kanienkeha words, it's here to understand concepts. We're here to break down false understandings that have been placed in our brains through English, through French, through other languages, and to remove those things and to be able to see what the true human experience is here and what we in turn reciprocate back to our mother. So a lot more to it than that about the numbers, but as anybody continues on their journey into the longhouse, you're going to find that under every leaf, under every stone, there is a world of knowledge. There is nothing that is of trivial nature within the longhouse. Okay, where are we?
I'm gonna share again.
Is it getting cold out at your place too, Gerda?
No, I just used to putting a blanket on.
I got chilly here. We had to close the door.
That's Angel's technique too. So we have those two.
Great boogly boogly.
So
What?
it's because I just remember that Angel said we had to correct this phrase. Everyone knows that we are to bury our dead on the same day. That's it, before the sun goes down.
On the same day, yeah.
After that, or at the end of the verse.
On the same day.
Where?
I got the end. No,
That's what I was asking, but I guess you didn't hear me. It's okay.
why does it sound a little confusing? Could it be confusing? Should we say on the day of death?
Maybe.
You want to
All right.
read it out, the English part? Just read it off so we can listen to it.
Ayesere kayanarasera satayo tuhage agwego yudewianizo. Upholding the law is the first one there. Ayesere kayanarasera.
Sada. Wow. What's going on?
Satayo tuhage. Mary Claude, dear, stop yawning.
I didn't yawn. I was coughing.
Oh,
But I yawned earlier though.
okay. Ayesere kayanarasera satayo tuhage agwego yudewianizo.
Yundo,
Huh?
how did you pronounce the last word again?
Yudewianism.
I heard there was an.
Can you pronounce the middle word again? Sadayo.
Satayo tuhage.
Okay, Sadayo. After the H, between the H and the T. Let's take out the first one.
Agwego, and then
So
instead of putting Yudewianism, put Wadewianism. W-A. Yeah, Wadewianism. Okay.
Ayesere Gayanarasera Sadayo Dunhage Haguego Wadeweon Nizu.
Ayesere, Gayanerasera, Satayudunhage, Aguego, Wadewayenisu.
Ayesere gayanerasera satahyo donhake agweko wadeweyeniso.
Ayesere Gayanarasera Sadayo Dunhage Agwego Wadewe Yanizo.
Okay, Eve.
Yes, désolé pour le bruit. Sorry for the noise.
Is Eve there?
Yes, it's just there's a lot of noise.
Oh, okay. Here we'll go then. Ayesere
Ayesere,
Gayanarasera
Gayanerasera,
Satayo Tuhage
Satayo Tonage,
Agwego
Agwego,
Wadewianism.
Wedeweyonison.
Excellent.
Okay. Ayensera, Gayana Rasera, Zatayo Dunhage, Aguego, Wa Dewenyenison.
Wadewianism.
What they when yes. Could you say it again, please?
Wadewianism. Wadewianism.
What they when yes. No.
Esere Gayana Sera Sadayo Duhake a Gwegu Watewe Yenisu.
Ayesere Gayaneraseras Satayotun Hage Aguego Wadewayong Nison. Teyotwetnuni.
Okay, the last word there, what day, put it as what day,
And then what ye?
yeah, and take out the next one. Yeah. What day, what ye nizu, there you go, that's the way. Janet, can you say that one like that?
What day when you need what? It seems easier, but okay, what day when
yeah.
you niso
Mhm.
when you niso what day
It's
when you
easier to read, easier to perceive, but maybe not easier to actually pronounce it. But reading it, it's easier to understand it because it's that YA, it's not like we're not used to that comprehending that in English, or I don't know about French, but like that YA, it's not really like
It would be easier for the French. What they were,
yeah.
yeah, because it was written by the Jesuits. That's why we have a hard time reading it as Kanienkeha, because it's written for French people to know. Last night I was at the lacrosse game and I met this guy I haven't seen in ages, Davy George, and he came up to me. He was with his friend. I was with my buddy, and he started talking Kanienkeha the old way, and I started laughing, and he looked at me, and I said, I haven't heard anybody talk the old way, and he just laughed. Well, he said, we're old men, that's why. I says, yeah, I know. Then he walked away. But later I talked to him again, and he's talked more, and we used to be teammates a long time ago.
is that the last one we got?
In Kanienkeha, yeah, but in English, no.
Okay, okay, everybody knows.
What?
Janet, raise her hand.
Oh, Janet, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wondering, is there any way that any of us could actually like try to learn the old language, or is it too late?
No, it's never too late. That's what they should be teaching. That's our problem with the people, the young group, that they want to get rid of it. I mean, they get insulted. I'm not afraid to insult them. I said, you guys are in a hurry for us to die just so that you don't have to learn the right way. And they get it. I mean, I don't blame them. They get mad, but you got to call a spade a spade. And they're watering it down. Why? No.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like I'm in the class, but I don't care if it's like the modern, it's better than not knowing any language at all. But as we go along, I feel like sometimes the teacher will give us some background from some words that are from the old way.
Okay, who's your teacher?
Te Hakaneri,
Who is he? Where's he?
John Henhock.
Henhock? Okay, he's from the Six Nations. Eh?
Yeah,
Okay. There's going to be a variation there, but not so much.
okay.
But the hen hawks aren't Mohawk.
I don't know.
Well, he must have chose to learn the language because a lot of them are learning actually the 5 dialects right at the in 6 Nations. They're learning it.
Hen hawk is, I think they're Cayuga, if I'm not mistaken. Mary Hen hawk, he was Cayuga. Yeah. And let's see, who was his, I don't know if it was his cousin or brother. I forget his name. He was a seer. Anyway,
That would depend on their mother, though.
yeah.
It would depend on their mother. Okay, agwego yagoderion dare nona on te wayerun tata o hondo yogarakone.
Before you go, sorry, Wadiru, just for the breakage, that word, the last one, is that all of this for that meaning, or did I break it wrong somewhere?
Yogarakone, when the sun goes down.
And on the
We would never say the same day.
okay. So just take that out.
Just by saying before the sun goes down identifies the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put it in parentheses for the
Yeah.
English purposes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that. But
Okay,
Oh,
y'all go there, Yana there, Yan.
tare. Yagoderion.
Okay, y'all go. Put it there, y'all go. There the Yan. Yeah, take out your own. Y'all go there the Yan. There we go. Agoego, y'all go there the Yan there. Nona ande wa yeron da. On the way. Can you say that word while you're there?
What the wayerun tata.
On the way.
Wayerun tata.
Ande. Wayerun. Take out that one that Wayerun. Okay. Ande wayerun dada. A Honda Yagara Gwen.
Yogarakone.
Yeah.
You could put one between the H and the K.
Okay, N between the N and the K. Gara, take out the next one. Can you pronounce that again?
Yogarakone.
Yangarakwe. One. Younger. Take out the one between the H and the K. We don't need it. Garakwa. There we go. Okay, Aguego, y'all go there the andere. Nona on de wayarunda da. A Honda younger one.
Aguego yago deriandare nonna ante wayurun dada ohandu yangarakwane.
Aguego yagoderiantare nona ande wayeron tata ohondo yongarakwane.
Aguego, Yago Derian Dare, Nona, Ande Wayero Dada, Ohandu, Yan Garaguane.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Eve. Aguego.
Aguego,
Yagoderion dare. Yagoder.
Yogoder,
Yon dare.
Yongdare,
Nona.
Yona,
Oh, Ode
ante
Wayerun Dada
wayeron tata
Ohandu
ohanta
Yogarakwane.
yongara guane.
Excellent.
Okwego, yago deriandare, nona, ande wayerundada, o ohadu, yangarakwane.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Agwego yago teriantari nona ante wayeru wayeru dada ante wayeru dada andu yongaragwane
Yogarakwane.
Agwego yaguderiandare nona ondewayerundata ohato yongaragwane. Teo twetnuni.
And it's 8:50.
Oh, okay. Let's call it a night there then.
Okay.
For the reset.
Yeah, okay, everybody, this is where Wayagero is gonna pronounce all the words, so everybody keep your microphones on mute or just try to stay silent.
Okay. I just want to say before we go on that what's her name? Ev. She's one of those people those rare people that catch it right off the bat. That you're like a diamond in the rough. You know, people pick it up like that. It's not often. Okay.
Thank you.
Jo, pas de problème. Quand nous cessons de wasser, you keep ni staha ago nagerasera. In the longhouse, we are matrilineal. We follow our mother's line. Kigo gondun siniago taroda. This means you are what satni staha da yago tahioni is as a tahioni. It means that if your mother is wolf or path maker, then you are a path maker. If your mother is Ganyagahaga, Ize, Senyakahaga, you are Ganyagahaga. Saoyera, natural. Tini Kawiyanoda, Toni Kawiyanoda. Ayesere Istan Agonagarasara, in order to follow our mother's creation line. Okay, Agwego Motorianas Zenagwadi, everything moves counterclockwise. Agwego Unguarona Sun Adanu Gayuni Tuni Ujerato. All our songs and Ganunya, Tuni Najerato, and dances move in that direction. Gohnitsi Zada, you Gohnitsi Zada, de Udinonyakwa, Undo, Ungutarada de Zaha, Jutste. This is how the seven dancers were able to rise to the next level. Kanusesne Nagwadi Agwego Ungwe, within the longhouse, all people, Yutaderi Hunyani, are taught Kainarasara, the law. No, Yugonagaradu, from the day we are born. Oyaganagarate. They are born. Okay, Agwego Ongwe Yutaderi Hunyani, every person is taught respect in that Gweneste, Tano. And to police themselves. Okay, according to the law, there are 13 regularly scheduled ceremonies that must be carried out. Ayesere Ganarasara, upholding the law. Sa tayo tuhage agwegu wadewianism. Keep us in balance with all creation. Agwegu yagoderion de la nona onde wayerun dada ohandu yagarakwane. Everyone knows that we are to bury our dead when the sun goes down the same day.
That's it.
Okay.
Janet, raise her hand.
Okay, Janet.
Yeah, Stuart, I do want to say one thing. Well, two things. I want to say thank you for these language classes every week. I know you don't get paid. I know why Agirdo doesn't. And I really been wanting to tell you that. It's been a big help to me. And also, I want to tell you, Stuart, that I'm really proud. I was listening to one of your videos. You gotta excuse me, I don't know, something's wrong with my throat. It's like swollen. I think it's my thyroid gland, but anyway, it's not a big deal. You talked about putting you know, like I don't remember the words, but like an Indian way school into the schooling system of the colonial people.
Mhm.
And my heart just really, I don't know how to explain what I feel. It brought me back to when I was in Akwesasne back in the early 80s when Loren was having problems. And I was like in a freedom school, like it was a school without walls, right? And it was really cool. And it was like the best school I ever been to. And I've been through college. I graduated college before I had a stroke. So that's why I don't appear to be so together anymore. But more than anything else, when I was up there, I had the most profound effect on my life. And if I could have stayed and learned the ways, of the people, that'll go with me to the grave. So I'm so proud of you for, putting these things into effect, that it's causing the change, because I could never figure out how can we call 7 billion people to, call to consciousness. And I see it happening, so anyway, that's all.
Okay, well, Nyawagoa, but that isn't anything to thank me, because as you said about how to bring 7 billion people to consciousness, this is what we identified in 2009 in the Longhouse, that this is the Longhouse agenda. It's not me, it's not my agenda, it's not anything that comes out of my head. Actually, everything within the human reintegration into the living ecosystem program, everything that has been part and parcel to creating it, it's actually coming from the hearts and minds of all the people that we have been in council with. This is a council process. This is the people just might not realize what they are participating in, what they are experiencing. Whenever the well is within any kind of function, within any capacity, the well is always gathering the minds of the people and always constantly looking at how to affect what's in the hearts and minds of the people, what they can't even figure out, because the people are a lot of people. And one of them has this idea and the other one has another idea, but they don't realize that they all have the same collective idea about any given thing. It's just that they do not know how to formulate it any longer, how to organize their collectiveness, their collective thoughts. So well is always doing this. So this here is the example of that. It's not me. At any given time, no matter who the person is in well, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 2,000 years ago, no matter who the person was, they are not themselves. They are the collective. the collective speaks through well. So if the people are broken down and if their minds are adjusted like the way that the handsome Lakers have adjusted the minds of the people by switching the council process of the well going from wolf to turtle, how is turtle going to be well? How could that happen? That cannot happen. But when they switch that, that's like adjusting the mind of the person to where your thought of origin, the place of origin in your brain is in a physical location. But when you switch the agenda of the three players, then the initiator is no longer in the original spot. Now, it's the other one that's the initiator, but the other one does not know how to serve the ball. All the other one knows how to do is return. So you cannot have a returner being the one who starts serving. If you do, then your whole game, everything is going to be screwed up. So like what is happening here with the Kanienkeha classes, it's not me, and it's not, as you see, even Wayagero. It's the collective of what's coming out of us. So this is how a proper well is supposed to function. And if you are within the structure of the three, within a proper well, then there is never any thanks that you have to give. Because you, by being there, are doing your reciprocal part in the whole process. And there is no thanks in that. There is only constantly putting your 100%, 100%, 100%. So, but now we'll go for addressing that. This will help people to understand as to how our collective power becomes channeled. Without a proper channeling through a proper well, collective power is dormant, which means something else is using that power. The individuals, the people are not using it. They are not benefiting. They are not prospering off of our own process. We are enslaved, and someone else, something else is benefiting from our misuse or non-use of our energy. Energy is going somewhere. It's going to be used. And if we do not use it, put it to work in the proper way, something else is going to use it. And so for you to be able to point this out and to say this is clear exemplification of that your energy is not being misused because you can see it. The process of activating 7 billion people, it's begun. They don't have to know about it. They don't got to know what the hell they're doing. They themselves, the rest of the world will never be able to organize, not in peace. They can all organize in war. That's the only thing that the non-native world is good for. They can all organize in negative. But to organize in the positive, this takes a focused well. And a focused well is not just one individual. It's the whole, and that is even the ones that we do not know, the ones that we speak to in our past. I speak to Ronat in the past as to get their guidance as to how to affect well in the here and now. So we communicate with all. This is what is always known, that within the Longhouse, the voice of the people, the representation, never speaks for the here and now. They are always speaking for the past, the present, and the future generations. We are not of democracy. Only stupid people are of democracy. We are of truth, and truth will resonate throughout time. The well will always be communicating from the first well to this well, and all wells in between. That knowledge is continuously being passed back and forth. That's the alternating current, or the direct current, where it is constantly that. It's never changing for the well. Ranata Aruni is always just doing one thing, and that's everything. So, okay. just to do the closing now, Janet, you want to do the closing?
I set myself up. Sure. Okay. But I'll do it in English. Okay, so Aguego on Scott, all of us is one mind. We stand here on our Mother Earth with gratitude as we look within and without on the earth and around the universe that is what we call the waterverse. We have a spirit that Sky Woman we are born from. We give thanks to Sky Woman for giving us the spirit that we all have. From there, we turn our minds to our Grandma Moon, Sundaneka Garakwa. She sits in the nighttime sky so we can see our way on Earth. She rocks the waters. She helps us with giving birth. And it's like she pumps the heart, you know, the water, the veins of Mother Earth. We like to give thanks to all the life givers, from the baby, first baby, newest born baby, to the oldest grandma or female on this planet, on our mothers. Our mothers give us direction. They teach us how to live, how to love, give us purpose. And we thank all the mothers of all creation, meaning the winged, the finned, the squirrels, the worms, you know, flies, every mother. And the people are like medicine. So we give thanks to all the people. I personally would like to say also, you know, I want to give thanks to the protectors, the life protectors, because that's what they do. They protect us, and they help to hold us up when we're weak. And without them, there's no balance of energy, as we know it, in our consciousness, because that's what it is. So I think of the stars in the waterverse, and I'm thankful for the stars, for the sun, you know. So it's the stars make me wonder, and I think of all the stories from the people, you know, about the seven stories, like the seven dancers and things like that. So when I look up to the skies, I see a lot to be learned. But yeah, I'm thankful that, you know, I have a clan, Okwari, and the Bear Clan. Well, I see the medicines, you know, that grow on Kwasuna, I believe it's called. And I've learned that those medicines, they really help us. And I have to say, in my heart right now, I'm looking back in the last couple of years, actually more than that. And I'm just grateful that the Kanienkeha people kept me in their hearts. kept the law, because without the law, I would be more lost than I had ever been. They kept my identity. They kept me feeling like I belong, even when I felt the tree was just about falling. And that's where I'm at right now with the Kanienkeha Goa. And thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Nyawago. Danzi Jataka.
Lana.